Cheating, when someone has cheated, broken trust. Cheaters. Hello, you all. I'm Diana Brienne, and I thought I would talk about a subject that is kind of controversial and people don't like to talk about. It's called cheaters. Now, cheating can happen in any area of life. It's not just romantic relationships or marriage partnerships. It could be a business partnership, it could be a friendship, it could be just about any kind of situation where someone has lied and deceived. So I call that cheating. But for this video, we're going to talk about the romantic aspect, the marital aspect, when someone cheats on somebody else that they are romantically involved with. So what happens? Well, first of all, we know that when someone cheats, they have to lie. And if they lie, they are deceiving in some way and they have broken trust. You know, trust can take a whole lifetime to gain, and only a moment to destroy it. So we have to be very, very careful with who we trust and who trusts us, because we want to keep that trust. It's such an important part to a relationship. So can a relationship be saved after cheating? Well, I have kind of a different take on things than most people. One lady I had talked about cheating, the subject of cheating, and she said, oh, you know, if someone cheated on me, I would be absolutely out the door and never speak to them again, and anybody that stays with somebody who cheated on them is weak. And I disagreed with her, and she didn't like me for it, and so she didn't talk to me after that. But, you know, I don't, you know, she could have her viewpoint. That was fine, but why couldn't I have mine? You know, do I think cheating is a terrible thing? Yes, I do, because it really destroys the integrity and the foundation of the relationship. And sometimes you never get that back. Usually you don't get it back in the same way. That trust, that remembrance, that scar is always there. But often, as I always say, sometimes scars create great beauty in life and later on down the line, but usually not up front while they're healing. And some scars take a long time to heal. I believe that you know, when cheating happens in a marriage, I believe it's a devastating thing for the one who's been cheated on to find out. It's beyond devastating. And, you know, growing up, people often just got a divorce. That's what they did. You know, everybody said, you got to get a divorce, you got to get a divorce. You know, and very few people actually worked on their marriage after something like that happened. But I know a few who did. And I have to say, the few who did actually ended up in the longer picture with very, very good marriages. Did they always have that remembrance of cheating having taken place? Absolutely. Did they ever get over it? I don't know if they did. I think they adjusted to what happened and they came to terms with it, but I don't think they necessarily got over it. And so I think cheating is a devastating thing. I really, really do. At the same time, I think some relationships can get through that, as long as it's not a chronic problem and more of an isolated problem, as long as there's genuine remorse and correction on the part of the person who cheated, and as long as the person who was cheated on is willing to forgive, because forgiveness is something that all relationships need, whether it's friendship, business partnership, neighbor partnership. Part of a long-term relationship has to have the ingredients of forgiveness. Now, what level do you want to forgive? That may be a whole different story. But in a marital relationship, everyone, even when cheating hasn't taken place, needs to learn to forgive if that relationship is going to flourish and continue on. And so if cheating has taken place, I think it's an individual thing. I think people have to look at their relationship, their marriage individually, and not compare it to what other people did who got cheated on. A lot of people get divorced, and I understand that, and I support that. A few people stay together and try to correct it and try to go forward. And I support that. It's whatever works. Some people don't want to throw away all their 40 years of memories or their finances or their, you know, or separate their family or break up friendships or whatever. People don't always want to do that. And sometimes it's worth it for them to stay in the relationship and do their very best at repairing it and then creating a flourishing relationship again. Not all relationships it's been cheated with can flourish again. Some can, some can't. So it's important to know which ones can and which ones should be given the opportunity and which ones should be let go of. But I believe that we should not just jump ship just because something happened to us and just because everyone else jumps ship. Sometimes it's a smart person who stays on the ship while everyone else is in the water. And so I think it's an individual thing. I think, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of time, a lot of healing has to take place in order for the relationship to flourish again someday. And it's got to be, where the person has corrected that behavior and it no longer will take place. I know I take a lot of controversial comments on this, and I understand that. Most people think, leave the relationship immediately, but I have a different take on that. Like I said, I think that every relationship is different, and we have to look at each relationship uniquely. And so, do I believe that some people should get a divorce? Absolutely. Do I believe that some people should try to make it work? Absolutely. I think it's an individual thing, and I don't think there's a one size that fits all for anyone. Okay, from my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you all soon again, and I hope you enjoyed my video and my topics. I never know what I'm going to talk about. Never know. And can be any kind of topic, and just whatever comes to mind and I feel like talking about. So remember, stay truthful. Keep your trust. Trust is such an important part of a relationship. If you never break trust, then you don't have to worry about this issue that we talked about. Okay? From my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.